Today I'm back out in the shed after finally getting some rain, cooler weather. We were in the 40 degrees Celsius mark last week, and they were in the low 20s. And rain, we've had a good few inches of rain, hopefully it keeps up. Hey guys, welcome to Basket Case Builds. Injector pump time. VP44 pump going in a Holden Rodeo today. The old pump slowly failing to the point where you're lucky to get 60 kilometers an hour out of it at full throttle. Smoke everywhere. Starts and idles fine. There's no fault codes. Generally speaking, these pumps are notorious for electrical issues, little vane transfer, pump plays up, and other position sensor problems and internal housing issues. Anyway, this is out of a running wrecked vehicle from a wrecker, our local wrecker. So I'm bringing you along for the ride. Let's change this out. Alright, we've got a couple of things to do before we pull the injector pump. First things first, battery out. Disconnected and out, loom out of the way, power steering pump off, bracket off, belts out of the way, intake manifold, also the injector lines, EGR valve up the back, pump brackets. Apart from that, once we get some of the way into it, we need to put the engine at top dead center, then line our marks up for our injector pump, lock our scissor gear with a 6mm bolt, and we'll get into it. Let's do it. Done stuff. Out we come. Okay, what else we got? Wiring looms. Alright, that's what I was saying about you have to keep your pipes in there the same. A little bit of crud there, build up, carbon. Even though this EGR was blocked, have a look at it. That's alright. New gasket. Put our EGR back legally the way it should be. One more bracket. Set our timing up for our pump. Let's get her out. Alright, probably not going to hear much. The rain's hammering down on the roof, but what I'm going to do is set the timing of this pump So top dead center for the engine, and we'll take this suppression off here, take this cover off, and there's another cover off the same opposite side. The top cover shows you the alignment marks, and the bottom cover is where you put your 6mm by 30mm long bolt to lock up the gears, so when you pull the pump out, everything stays in line and the scissor gear doesn't let go, causing you utmost grief. Alright, let's do it. Alright, we'll take this sound suppression off. It's just this couple of bolts here, the 10mm headed. Without dropping it, of course. You've got to love, absolutely adore doing love jobs for people, eh? Alright, that's it. It's just got a foam rubber field cover that sits on it. That's all it does, is reduce noise. Alright, now we need, there's two covers identical to each other, one here, one down the bottom. The bottom one is for locking the scissor gear, the top one is for timing. Now, the bolts that hold the pump on are actually these ones here, not those ones there. Those ones there will move the pump, but the gear can't get past the housing of the engine. So don't try and do it that way. You need to undo it from the front and slide it backwards. Let me try and find the timing marks on the engine and we'll get back. Alright, the rain's got a lot heavier, but I'm going to bar the engine over off the front crank pulley, looking at the car from the front clockwise, and I can't find the timing marks. I took the lower sound suppression cover off and it's just oily and greasy, so I'm going to wind it over with a mirror and look in that hole there with a mirror and wait till I get my light marks to line up in there, and then I'll go searching to see if I can find any type of notch in the pulley or an indicator on the actual front timing cover. I'm trying to see if there's a notch anywhere in the pulley lining up, and then there's a notch there. Aha! I think we're onto something. Let me just clear some dirt away from that bottom pulley. I can see the notch, and I'll show you the timing marks. I'm going to show you the timing marks all lined up. Try and get some light in here. And this is the injector pump timing mark right there. You see the 0 and the arrow. They do line up. It doesn't look like it, but they do. My camera skills are not real good. There. That's the top one. And there's the lower one, which shows you, if you look there, that hole in that gear, that's where you got to put your 6mm bolt. It goes all the way through, locks the scissor gear up. The gear's kind of split in two. And then if you look further down, if I get rid of this belt, you can see top dead center is right there. You can see the notch in the pulley, which is the lower notch, and then you've got the actual mark on the case, which is above it. That's top dead center number 1. Alright, 6mm bolt. I haven't got one. And the shaft of a screwdriver is 6mm of that Phillips head. Slip it down between the fan. and push it into the hole. Alright, last bolt. Let's see what happens. Oh, starting to move out by itself. Make sure this is a gear locks in. Alright, here we come. Good. No horrible click noise. Horrible wiring in the way. Right, there we have it. Alright, now I've got the pump out. I can show you what this gear thing is. Like you saw before, that's just going down into the gear itself. If you look this side, you can see that gear is split on the left side and also the right side. The front split is for the preloading of the gear that we just took out on the pump itself. It's to reduce noise and drivetrain wear. So this one's kind of loaded both ways. The one towards the rear of the engine, that split is for the other gear that's on the other side internally of that engine. We only needed to worry about holding that front one there on the left of the screen. Alright, day 2. Gonna try and get this pump here into there. This is going to be a monstrous headache, but anyway, I've cleaned all the surfaces up. I've got new gasket there, copper coat on it, new O-ring on here with a little bit of RTV silicone. Even though the O-ring was new, it was a little bit loose, just trying to keep it nice and central so when it pulls into the housing I don't pinch it. The fun bit's going to be getting that timing mark to line up with the crankcase housing down here. Anyway, you can only try or cry something. Figure out which way is the easiest way. Let's just do it. You might see me go in and out, in and out, in and out quite a few times. This time. Holy snapping duck crap. Alright, 19 Newton meters, pump mount bolts. I'll nip them up first. fast torque. And I still haven't taken out the scissor gear tool, aka screwdriver. Eight Newton meters. All right, bit of a struggle. Intake's on, not bolted up, just sitting there, and injector lines are all in position. Let's put it together. Alright, you can see here I've got all the intake, EGR, throttle cable, boost hose and all that back on it. All good. The fuel filter's back on it. I'm just putting the power steering on, put the pump and bracket and then battery in, so let's go. The OEM recommended way to bleed these is basically just hand prime it until that primer there gets hard to move. Once it goes solid, leave it, come back in a minute, do it again, and it should start. It's solid now. Let's go and try it. Well, let's see if it goes. It's in neutral. Alright, got some help this time. Let's see if we can get it to go. Righto. Woo! Piece of snot wheels. But will it rev? A lot better. start again.
I don't need to blow it.
No. Thanks for watching Basket Case Builds. Another bit long video, but anyway, don't forget to comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching.